Hi guys, I'm back. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Grace Alana here, or Grace the Astrologer. So I always say like I'm about to be back with the videos, I'm about to be consistent, and then life happens. Life has been lifing. I don't know, my life has been so crazy. I think I might have to do like a vlog, a story time. I'm in the midst of moving. My mom kicked me out. It's a long, crazy story. I'm currently in an Airbnb. Hopefully I get the keys to my apartment tomorrow. I don't know, child, but an eclipse hit my angle. And that's what I be trying to tell y'all. Like, eclipses will change so much in your life. But yeah, my midheaven is at 15 degrees of Pisces. And the eclipse that we had on September 7th was at 15 degrees of Pisces. And baby, when I tell you my world got rocked, my world got rocked. So, yeah. But once I get moved into my apartment, once I figure my life out, I'm going to be back on my Zoom. But I'm like, you know what? You can still, it don't matter where you at, you can still record a YouTube video. So I am here with a YouTube video. Today's video is going to be on the midheaven and what it means to have your midheaven in different houses. Because, excuse me, with whole sign houses, I use whole sign houses. I use a traditional and a whole sign approach to reading charts. Your midheaven can be anywhere in the top hemisphere of your chart. Now, the midheaven is the angle that is associated with your career, your public image, your reputation, so on and so forth. And in Placidus, which is the default house system for most websites or apps, Placidus is a quadrant-based house system, which means that the angles are the cusps of the angular houses. So the ascendant starts the first house, the IC starts the fourth house, the descendant starts the seventh house, and then the 10th house starts the midheaven. The midheaven starts the 10th house. But like I said, in whole sign houses, the midheaven can be anywhere within the 7th to 12th houses. Now, more than likely, it's going to be in the 9th through the 12th house. 9th through the 11th house. But I will touch on the midheaven being in the 8th and 12th houses just in case. But it's not really something that is super likely. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, the midheaven, we're going to start with the 9th, 10th, and 11th houses because, again, like I said, the midheaven is most likely to be in one of those houses. So if you have your midheaven in the 9th house, the 9th house is the house that represents higher education, the publishing industry, the law. It's associated with traveling in foreign cultures, foreign lands. It's a house that's associated with spirituality, religion, philosophy, divination, a lot of those higher, lofty things. So that being said, oh, also, I forgot to mention the 9th house is associated with higher education and teaching and the dissemination of wisdom and knowledge and all of the things. So if you have your midheaven in the 9th house, you might be somebody who has a career in one of these fields. For me, for example, I am a professional astrologer and I have my midheaven in the 9th house. The 9th house is the house that rules astrology and spirituality and teaching and all of those things, and that's how I make my living. And in general, your reputation might be built off of your wisdom, your beliefs, or even cultural exchanges. You might be known for your beliefs. You might be known for your higher education. You might be known for preaching or guiding other people. And even thinking about traditionally, the 9th house is seen as the house of God, clergy, and prophecy. So your midheaven here can especially even point to religious, judicial, or scholarly types of spaces working in those fields. Even thinking about having your midheaven in the 9th house, you might be somebody who maybe travels a lot for your profession. These are the anthropologists, these are the scholars, these are the researchers, these are the spiritualists, these are the lawyers, these are the professors, these are the people who are diplomats, the expats, the people who travel for a living, the explorers. If you have your midheaven in the 10th house, which is most common, then it's very straightforward. Your reputation and your career are very front and center and important to you. In your public life, you might be somebody who's highly visible. Now, this doesn't mean like, oh, you're going to be famous or you're going to be the next Beyonce. But again, let's say you work in, you're a teacher. You might be the most popular teacher in the school. You might be somebody who wins a lot of recognition and awards in your district, so on and so forth. And again, this can make somebody be overly, really ambitious, often seeking social rank and achievement, and your accomplishments and being seen and being recognized and getting attention. A lot of those things and areas might be really important to you. And again, traditionally, the 10th house is associated with kings, honors, authorities, and other things that are associated with being large and in charge. So this is a great placement to have if you are somebody who does want to have a lot of attention or public recognition as a whole. If your midheaven is in the 11th house, then your career or your public role could be tied to groups, networks, a social life, even thinking about like charity figures or things or people or supports and networks, social media, things of that nature, because the 11th house is the house of friends, groups, networks, and alliances. And even thinking about modern times, technology, social media, connectivity is a third house thing, definitely, but a lot of those things can be seen in the 11th house as well too. And if you have your midheaven in the 11th house, you might be known for your connections, you might be known for social causes, or you might be known for collaborating, working with other people. You might be known as somebody who brings people together, like a mediator, because again, the 11th house is a very social house. It's a very active house. And even thinking about like the 11th house being associated with groups and organizations, you could definitely bring people together, or again, just do very social, connected type of things with your work. Even thinking about your work might involve organizations, communities, politics, activism. So having your midheaven in the 9th house, maybe you're somebody who works in like PR. Maybe this is an influencer. Maybe this is somebody who works in social media management. Maybe this is somebody who, what else was I trying to think of? Somebody who works in a space, again, where you're maybe like mediating or bringing people together. And even thinking about the 11th house is traditionally associated with allies and benefactors and supporters. So you might be somebody who can really advance through patrons, friends, or the connections that you have. And if you have your midheaven in the 11th house, connections and networking are focal to your success. Now, again, like I said, if you use whole sign houses, your midheaven can't be anywhere within the top hemisphere of your chart. So you could also technically have your midheaven in the 8th house or the 12th house, although I don't know that I've ever seen it personally. And just briefly, if you have your midheaven in the in the 8th house, your reputation or career could be associated with shared resources, inheritances, debts, other people's money. And if your midheaven is in the 12th house, your public life or career could be associated with hidden things, mystical, intuitive things, working behind the scenes type of role. So yeah, to wrap it up, essentially, if you have your midheaven in the 9th house, your career can be associated with your knowledge, your beliefs, things of that nature. If your midheaven is in the 10th house, your career could be associated with authority, with your own personal ambitions. If you have your midheaven in the 11th house, your career could be associated with groups, allies, other people. If your midheaven is in the 8th house, your career could be associated with other people's resources. And if you have your midheaven in the 12th house, your career could be associated with behind the scenes work. So tell me in the comments what house your midheaven is in and what you do for work, or what are some things that you are known for. Does this resonate with you? Let me know. And as always, follow me for more astrology content. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all of the platforms. Moon World Mommy on Instagram and TikTok. I post short form content. And if you are interested in booking a reading with me, click that link in my bio. Any questions that you have about yourself, your life, your birth chart, I can answer for you using a traditional whole sign approach to reading your chart. So tap in with me. And also subscribe to my Patreon if you are not already subscribed, because subscribers to my Patreon get access to exclusive content. All my notes and things that I do for a lot of these videos go on my Patreon. And if you're a paid member, you get a mini reading a month. So tap in. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.